Hi guys, so today I have some new releases from Spellbinders. Although they are BetterPress, they are from different collections, and then I have some new inks to share with you guys. So I do have some letters from the new Every Occasion Floral Alphabet collection. I wanted to get that name correct. And then I have some cute little guys. I just want to show you this really quickly because this is by Simon Hurley. It's the BetterPress plate and die set called Spring Bunnies. I know this is sold out on Spellbinders right now, so I just want to show it to you real quick. I'll hopefully play with it very soon, but if you're looking forward to this, it is sold out on Spellbinders. Maybe by the time you see this video, it's back in stock, or possibly at a different, outlet like Scrapbook or some other places that carry Spellbinders plates and dies and tools and all that good stuff. But I'll have it linked in the description box. Okay, so these were sent free of charge from my review, and of course, all opinions are my own. And any links I'll have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. It's super adorable, and I can see why it just flew. So like, it launched and it was gone. So I will hopefully play with these very soon for you guys, but hopefully you'll be able to find them, and the links in the description box will be updated for you. I mean, look how cute the little tulips. I mean, everything in here is just so precious. Your happy Easter, hoppy Easter, and happy spring. But okay, so I'm gonna put that to the side for now, but I did want to show you that because I did have it for review, but since it's sold out, I will come back and play with those very soon, just not today. So today I do have, again, the Every Occasion Floral Alphabet. So A through Z plus an ampersand sign. I don't believe I have numbers. I think it's just alphabet right now. So I do want to show you, I chose V and L because of my initials, so Vianney and L for Luna. They're gorgeous. It's a beautiful letter, and then it has some little wording that'll finish off a sentiment if you want to do that, if you want to just monogram or however you want to do it. But the L has of you, so love you, and then the voila, the V has voila, you did it. So the rest to finish off voila from the V, and then you did it. So really nice sentiments anyhow for my initials. I love that. Every initial has something to finish it off that way. So I will say I don't recall requesting the W, but it did arrive, so I have it here. Again, this one's a sample. It's more like this. And the W has with sympathy. So if you want the W for your name, possibly this can even be an M, honestly, if you use it this way. But it's the W. And then you have with sympathy to finish that off. It'd be, there you go, to finish it off. So really, really beautiful. The flowers are gorgeous on those. And then I did choose the and to play with also, happy birthday and many more, or, however you want to mix and match. But it's just lovely. I thought this was really pretty. And this one, is a little bit different. It does come with the die for the ampersand there, and even for the happy and birthday and everything. So, maybe you want to monogram it and then, pop on happy birthday or something, right? However you like to play with those to mix and match. So today we will try these guys out. And then new BetterPress inks, you guys. So these are archival inks, a little bit thicker ink. Generally you clean them up with something alcohol based or a really nice cleanser. They do have the Ranger product to clean off your plates if you're using this on the BetterPress, or however, wherever you put this on, if you want to clean it up, you're going to use that. But we have the two colorways. I guess I'm throwing out some French or something. This one's called Jet Set, and this one is Tropical. Really, really beautiful stuff. So we will definitely try these guys out. We have Garnet Taffy Cruise Thunder. Really pretty. I want to see the difference between these two. I see this one's a little bit deeper, but Garnet, you're thinking red or something, right? So we'll try that out. It's kind of purpley red, it looks like. And then the other one, the Tropical set, I love Peridot. That is my birthstone. Tiger. Oh, I love that because it's almost like a corally orange. Really pretty. Teal, topaz, and azure. Really beautiful blue. So I'm going to grab my BetterPress, some papers, and we're just going to get started. I'll be right back. Funny how easy these are to work with. I'm like, I need more things. I'm like, no, I don't need anything. I just need paper and this, because that's all I need. I am using the porcelain cotton paper. Again, if you just want to use, whatever paper you like. A nice thick paper is what I would go with. If you're going to do watercoloring on it, obviously you want some paper that's going to work with that. Or so just think about what you're going to be doing with it and choose a paper accordingly. So I'm just going to pop this on here. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, the full size. I'll probably trim it down. Of course, you guys know I prefer a little matte layer. Where is my tape? Here we go. And I'm just going to pop this on because it is the full size, so I know wherever I place this, that'll be fine. I'll probably trim it down like I said, and maybe even use a die or however. So just using this. And I'm debating, let's start with the V. Let's just try it out. And again, it has voila, you did it, which is a very nice sentiment. It can just be this beautiful design, you know, like a little note card I'm sending out, and it has my initial, and then you know, you can place that wherever you think would be best. And something like in there. I'm just looking at the bottom here and like the top, kind of what we're at. We have about an inch there. We have about an inch here. So I think that's pretty good left to right. If you're looking at the registration marks, you know, as far as this guy is going, he's like 2, maybe 5/8 from there. And that looks about the same over here. So I'm happy with that. Oh, I guess one other thing we need is the, my Platinum 6, which is right here. And let's try Garnet because I'm very curious. So I'm just going to, again, this is just the V. I didn't ink up the other plate, but you can definitely put it together at the same time. I mean, where is my carrier? Oh, stuck on here. If you wanted to go ahead and ink this up at the same time, you know, the voila part is here. You did it. And I hope you can kind of see it has a shape here that basically tells you to place that in here, and that's going to be good positioning. You know, obviously place it straight as you can. I mean, that notch is in there perfectly. You can ink this up separately. You can ink this, run it through, and then before you remove that, go ahead and place this so you know that your placement is good. Remove this one, and then ink up the black ink or whatever color you're going to next, or carefully ink them at the same time. I love that they notched it out so that it's super easy to just pop in where it needs to be. Put that one there. Okay, so let's use Garnet. These also have re-inkers, so no worries on that. Spellbinders, whenever they launch these kinds of guys, they always launch it with the re-inkers ready to go, so that's really great. Let me just ink that up. Yeah, it's kind of pinky purple. Maybe I'm thinking of a different color with Garnet. Maybe I'm thinking not just ruby, but yeah, I guess kind of a pinkish purple. I don't know. Pretty. So let's just run this guy through. And whenever I run my plate through, oh, that's so pretty. Gorgeous color. Beautiful, beautiful color. I always have the 3, what do they call these guys? Excuse me, my neighbor's doing something. It has the 3 shims. I always just leave them there. They're always working. Right, so let me clean up a little bit. Again, in a pinch, just alcohol and just wipe it down, or use your actual archival ink cleanser. But I'll be right back. I'm just wiping this off with alcohol on a paper towel. Just being careful. If you're going to stamp again after that, just make sure you don't have any fibers kind of on here, or press again. And sometimes this will even pick up old ink that's on there, so I just give it a little zhuzh every once in a while. Let's go ahead and start up. Let's do our L. And let's go ahead and do our L with the sentiment part that goes along with it. So this one's a little bit different. The V was very obvious where that goes, but let's get this guy again. I'm just kind of eyeballing. First of all, I eyeball, and then the L, it has kind of dips down. As you can see, if you're looking at how straight this is, so there's a line here, and I'm kind of paying attention to that. Let's pretend that is my line to keep the L straight up and down. He's too high up though, so let's bring it down. Right there looks good. Okay, so again, from down here, it's about 1.25 inches, and from up here we have 1 inch and a little bit more than 1/4. So let's bring it down. And again, left to right, looks pretty good to me. And then here's our of you. So they're showing you here kind of where you're wanting to place it. Not so much, well, I guess on the registration too. I mean, really, if I pay attention to this, I could see that's pretty much where I placed it without even having looked at that. But there you go. So we have our rest of the of you, right? And they're telling you to put it like kind of where these little flower ends are. I don't know. You can see it more in real life. It's like right here. So there you go. You know, obviously you want to line it up nice and straight. Just they're showing you to use the registration marks to help you with all that. And so, I mean, that looks pretty good right there. So let me take this off. Let me grab some more paper. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use the gray paper. I haven't used the gray in a long time. The gray BetterPress paper. So I'm going to cut some down and I'll be right back. So with this one, I am going to just ink it up in black. I already put same 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of the cotton BetterPress paper and that beautiful gray color. And oh, hold on. I was just going to go in black, but hello, we're trying new colors. So you know what? Let's do Thunder. Why not? I was thinking about making this one a little more sophisticated, maybe for like a gentleman. Full disclosure, it is Valentine's Day today, so I will give my husband this card. So there you go. Works for all of us. Okay, Thunder. And let's put this on here again. I'm giving it that good zhuzh, kind of little of this, little action, kind of. With this one, I'm going to pat, pat, pat. I'm going to pull it kind of towards this guy. So if I push it away, it might come off. But the magnet on this is really, really strong, so I'm not afraid of that too much, but I am taking some care, right? So let's get this guy on here. I want it to be really dark since I'm using gray paper. Oop. If you get a little fiber coming off of here, just make sure to get rid of it before you pull it through. Now I kind of blew it and I blew it away and I think I got rid of it, hopefully. If not, we'll run it through again. Okay, so I have this whole thing on here, and you know, with the BetterPress going forward, going back, it's the same thing. It's just going to press down. So I'm going to go in reverse this time since we worked over there. And we'll see what that guy looks like. Look at that. Elegant, beautiful, perfect, super fine. Tactile, right? That's the whole point of the BetterPress. It's that letterpress technique where it pushes it in. It's not just a stamp on top of your paper, right? Okay, let me clean it up and then we'll do the %. Well, yeah, possibly. I'll be right back. Okay, so for this last one with our this is just plain kind of heavyweight cardstock, and I'm just going to eyeball kind of where that's going to be. We're going to get our and our happy and birthday, and then I'm going to cut them out. So I'm just going to put them all in the same piece here. And we'll try out some of the colors from the tropical set. So we have our and. Again, I don't really care where these go as long as they get onto my paper. So we have and these guys. And I think what I'll do is I'll do the happy birthday in the same color, and then the and can be a different color. I'm giving them their space, but I'm pretty sure the die will be pretty close to those. Let me see if that's gonna work. Yep. All right, so let's grab some colors from here. So let's do tiger and teal topaz. Why not? Check out that tiger. I mean, they can be all 3 different colors, but I thought just to pull it together and then have 2 different colors. So let's do tiger on our little, well, let's get ready. Let's get this guy ready. I just want to see he's about there. That should probably work. Okay. And that was just a quick eyeballing of where I should place my paper. And let me move this guy off of here. Again, just inking this guy up. Kind of more orangey, really cute. Again, it's called Tiger, so that should let us know. And these inks don't dry super fast. Like, this is fine, but if you feel like you're inking one area up and then you got to another, you can give it a huff and you go kind of put some hot air on it, and that should reconstitute your inks. But again, they're pretty thick stuff. They're not going to dry really, really fast on you. Or just go back over the area you started at, you know. So again, I'm just kind of whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's place this guy. And let's go ahead and run him through. And then we're going to cut those apart with the dies. Oh, those are so juicy and pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that color. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to clean up and then we're going to put our cards together. Okay guys, so to finish up the first two cards, I just quickly made some matte layers. I have black card bases. I am in love with black card bases right now for whatever reason. So 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4.25. I have this beautiful piece. This is the Velvet Rose, I believe it's called. Does that sound right? Paper. I think that paired really nicely with the garnet. So what I'm going to do is... this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I'm going to run it through a 3D embossing folder that I have here that is super gorgeous. Little flowers, and actually the flowers really echo the flowers that are in the design too, so I thought this was really nice. So again, just kind of eyeballing where I want to get that. I'll run that through. Okay, and then I'm going to die cut this guy. I haven't even looked to see if I actually have a shape in here that's going to work, or a size, right? But I'm thinking this one, because I want the whole V there. Yeah, and then the next one would have, it'd be a lot smaller. So I think I'm going to go with this guy. And again, I'm eyeballing there to there, you know, what looks about right. That looks pretty straight to me and everything. So I'll put some tape and run this guy through, and I will be right back. Okay, guys. So I have this beautiful piece. I mean, look at that, just gorgeous. Just gonna glue that down, and then I'll just either, you know, you can pop up the second one or just glue it down also. If it's a note card, because, you know, it just has your monogram, you might as well just have it flat, but you can definitely pop it up. Put this guy on here. And then I'll follow up with this beauty, and be careful with that tape. So pretty. So I'm going to hold them both down. I will say, if you are using that beautiful paper, the cotton paper, it is super sensitive. So if you're running it through the die cutting machine, make sure you really do have a clean plate on top. And I do that all the time, but even my clean plates now are getting a little marred, you know. Like, this is the plate I always cut into, and you can see how it is. And then this is the one I always keep clean, but you can see it has some little denting and stuff from just, you know, dies. I mean... thousands of times that I've run this through. Look at this. So I just put a piece of like printer paper over the die, you know, over the die and the paper, run it through. That way those marks don't get onto your really pressure sensitive paper, okay? But I'm gonna hold this down and I'll be right back. And that is one card done and looking so pretty. Again, just with the monogram, but you can run through the sentiment too. With this one, all I did was cut some silver paper, and I know I have tons of silver paper, so I'm not trying to, you know, it's okay. People want to gut this, take this area out so you can use it for other die cutting. You can definitely do that, you know, save that. But this is actually a scrap I've been having for a long time that I just cut the excess bits off. So this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And then I cut the next layer down at 4 by 5 1/4. So it is just smaller than that silver. And I think that's going to be really sophisticated and pretty. So I'm going to put this down on here. I try not to put too much glue. You know, it depends on how much moisture your wet glue has, that it can warp your papers possibly. So I just don't put that much anyway. So there is this card. Sorry that my mat is crooked. I'll hold that down, but basically that's that. So pretty. Okay, and for this last bit, we're just going to cut those out. So let me get those cut, and then I'll grab some background paper and all that kind of stuff. Let me see how well we can see through this. That's pretty easy to see through as far as like where I'm going to be cutting. So, you know, just kind of splitting the difference, like what you think it looks like around here. I mean, that looks really good right there. Maybe bring it up a little more on this area. That looks really great. So whenever you do that and you go to use your tape, I always recommend taping towards the outside, not taping towards the inside of your beautiful design, because you don't want to accidentally rip any of that off or anything like that. Again, this is just basic paper, but if you're using the cotton paper, it definitely is more sensitive, and you can even rip a layer off, so you don't want to do that. I'm just placing this again. So generally, put the tape so it's touching the die, and maybe here, but not so much the inside part of your design. So touch the die as much as you can, but not so much where you inked. And then same thing for these guys. I'll just match them up as best I can. That looks really, really good. Tape it down. Same thing for this guy. Go this way. Yep. And I'll eyeball where that should go, and I'll tape towards the outside. I'm going to run all through at the same time. Okay, so for this last one, I was thinking about making a card that stands up on its own, but you know, in the long direction. So if you have an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, you're just going to cut it at 4.25. This happened to be 12-inch paper that I just trimmed down to 4.25 inches by 11, and now I'm going to score it at 5.5. So just use your scoring portion. Don't cut it in half, which I have been known to do sometimes. And so this paper is a little bit thinner, so I was able to do that with my hand pretty easy. And I already have another piece of orange cardstock that's really just bright and lovely. It's 4.1/8 by 5 3/8. So I'm just going to glue this one down. Actually, I'm not going to just glue it down. I wanted to use this. The new 1-2 punch, the corner rounder and notch punch. I haven't used it yet, so I wanted to try it out for you guys. It just arrived. And so let's check it out. So I didn't realize this will do the little notches like if you're doing envelopes. So it's a nice little tool to have on you here if you're really good at making envelopes and you already know you like the what's the word, like the recipe you use. You can definitely just use this for your notches. But right now I'm going to use the corner, and I'm assuming you just hold it like this and just punch it. Oh, very nice. I don't know if I can go through 2 sheets, so maybe I should try it on a scrap paper before I try it on my card base, just in case. So let's just take a piece of the scrap from that same card base and try it. There we go. All right, like I said, it wasn't the thickest paper, but it's pretty, you know, it's decent paper. So let's put that in there, and I'm going to punch through like that. Trying to hold them both lined up really nicely. You don't have to corner around the top if you don't want to, but I kind of want to finish it off so it all looks pretty much even. So there we go. You know what? I put that one in a little bit crooked. I can tell that one corner wasn't quite there. So let's make sure we tuck it in. Actually, do I have something? Nope. Okay. There we go. There we go. I mean, what are you gonna do? As straight or as crooked as it could be, it's because of my scoring, right? Cutting and then scoring, and maybe I was a little bit off. But okay, so let's continue on. This paper has a little bit of texture to it, so I'm just gonna let that be its own thing. Just going to put that down here. Cute. Okay, works really well. And you know what? Let's move that over a little bit. Don't stick yet, don't stick yet. I can see that it needs to be over just a smidge. And down this way. Something like that. And then these guys should fall right out because, again, we didn't really put the tape on the actual imagery. Look at that. Okay. So we have Happy Birthday and many more. I think something like that. I don't know if I want to pop everything up or just, what do you guys think? Oh, we can also, well, no, not at this point, but if you can do it this way, I made my card so that it easels, basically, or that it stands up, right? So let me put some dimensionals where I think they should be, and I'll be right back, okay? Okay, guys, so I'm going to place this here, and then I'm going to pop these guys kind of in and around this with the Happy Birthday and many more. So I just kind of changed my mind as far as the placement, but there we go. And, you know, again, just eyeballing where everything is at and just centering it in a way, right? So I'm just going to hold that down for a little bit. I'll be right back. And so Happy Birthday, I'm going to place it in here. Just kind of tucked in here, obviously minding my edge. Make sure it's pretty straight. That looks more straight this way. So Happy Birthday. And we have our and. Many more. And I'll put it right here. I'm going to straighten it out a little bit. I'm going to squish that, let that set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so there is our card, Juicy, Happy Birthday, and many more. And then we have this one, very sophisticated, the Love You, and then we have our monogram one with that beautiful background. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.